G'day there. In this video I would like to demonstrate the electrical properties of this houseplant. I'm sorry, I don't know what species it is or any genus or family or anything. I think it's a philodendron, if I'm even saying that right. Other than that, I'm not sure. I got it for Christmas last year. I water it, it grows. It is just about due for a drink. The soil is still moist, but there is no water in its container. You can see it's growing quite nicely there. It's probably just about due for a bigger pot. So what I'm going to do, I have my multimeter here. It's one of my more accurate ones, and it's hooked up to the, it's set to the millivolt range. And as you can see, it does it's pretty sensitive, fluctuates around with readings just from the air. Now, I just want to point out as a bit of a control, if I do touch both of these probes, it fluctuates wildly. I'm showing you this because I will be touching one of the probes in the video. But if I stick the positive one in the dirt here, and it's just a steel multimeter probe, I'm just going to jam it in there, and I touch the negative probe and pretty much just zero it out. I have very little influence. What influence I do have is in the microvolts range. But if I go and put this probe on the plant, I'll try not to touch it with my finger. Look at that. 100 millivolts off that leaf. And you'll notice my leads are plugged in the right way. I'm using the plant as the negative terminal. And the voltage does vary a bit depending on what part of the plant you touch. We'll try this leaf. And also the type of contact you make. For example, I'm trying not to damage my plant too much here because I do kind of like it. This leaf's on the way out. It'll be dead and chopped off in another few weeks. So I'm just going to stick the probe through the leaf. Okay, so when it's in contact with the sap of the plant, you certainly get more power. And again, if I try the trunk, I'll just stick it in between those two junctions. Not so much. I'm pushing that probe down in there fairly firmly. Not getting a lot. But further down, particularly on some of the newer shoots, you get a bit more. Now I'm just going to scratch my probe into the tree. So I've just gone into the cadmium layer a tiny bit there. And again, much more steady. Although you do have to watch out what type of metal you use. I think the stainless probes should be alright, or whatever they are. But many metals will react with your plant and kill it. There you go. Electrical properties of a humble houseplant. And I did find quite close down on some of the newer shoots. You might see a couple of dots there. That's where I stabbed it just before. It is starting to bleed. I'll try and get one of those same dots. So that's only an inch out of the ground. And I'll put a link in the description to an article where I discovered this phenomenon. And you can actually put your plants in series. Some plants apparently give as much as 800 millivolts. So we all know we can run a penny oscillator off that. Alright, I thought this was a pretty interesting one and worth sharing, so thanks for watching.